Welcome boys and girls from YouTube. My name is Sloth, this is the Sloth Watch, and thanks a lot for stopping by. In today's video, I want to give you an updated version for the Dark Lady. In the previous guide, I pretty much only covered her PvE abilities, or I only used her in PvE, because on the test server, PvP is pretty much dead, so it is not possible to test your heroes properly on the test servers. When it comes to PvP, only when it comes to PvP. So this was why we've been today on the live stream. We've been pretty much only, or not only, but mainly focusing on PvP. And wow, guys, I had a blast. It was so much fun. And I'm extremely impressed by how strong she is in PvP. Like, I've been very, very impressed. I would have never expected her to be so strong in PvP, and it is just amazing. So let's talk about this just real quick. I tried to keep today's guide as short as possible. The main reason why she is so strong in PvP is first, her passive is quite cool, just makes your whole team way harder to kill. Also, it will increase your damage output by a little bit, and a small amount of healing as well. While the small amount of healing is actually not too noteworthy, but it helps sometimes. What is so strong about her is that she brings not only attack penalty on a battle skill, which is very, very cool. It is not 100% reliable, that it is always inflicted on the main DPS, but it is still an extremely strong battle skill. And then we have this amazing ultimate here as well, where we can dispel all buffs, but sadly only with a 75% chance. If you want to have a 100% chance to dispel those buffs and shields, then you need her with Inspiration 2. So this is probably going to be very expensive, but 75% is just fine. This works most of the cases. And then she also inflicts buff prohibition, and this is amazing. Buff prohibition and attack penalty are, in my opinion, the probably strongest, at least those are two of the strongest debuffs for PvP. Attack penalty is so strong, it helps you so much to survive, and then buff prohibition can counter a whole team. If it is an Ogok team, a Zephy team, a team built around Mithrasia, buff prohibition can counter those teams easily. So this is also the reason why Boris is so strong in PvP. And now the Dark Lady also brings this amazing buff prohibition, just in general. Her whole kit. Her whole ultimate, and then her whole passive as well. And also this super small battle skill. All of those skills, they are just so strong for PvP. As I said, I've been very impressed, and I would have never expected her to be so strong in PvP. Now, when it comes to PvP, I would recommend you some other stats. Now, for PvE, I would mainly focus, or pretty much only focus on attack and enough accuracy to inflict your debuffs. For PvP, attack is not so important, and then I would definitely focus on HP and defense, while also keeping up enough accuracy to inflict your debuffs once again. And then for sets, I would absolutely recommend the Holy Hunter set. There are other options as well. It's just that the Holy Hunter set is one of the strongest PvP sets, especially on your heroes that already have some accuracy, and she can really much use the skill haste here as well. So the Holy Hunter set just fits very, very good with your Dark Lady. Then also, I've been using the Fight Poison with Poison, because yeah, we're inflicting a lot of negative effects, and we have no resistance, so we're getting afflicted with a lot of negative effects, and then we also have accuracy. So the Fight Poison with Poison set, it works pretty good actually on the Dark Lady. It just helps us to be faster than the opponent sometimes. So I like this set quite a lot actually. Not on all heroes, but it fits very good on the Dark Lady. Then for talents, I've been using this talent, while I think that this is actually better for PvP. So I would actually recommend you to use this talent here, and not this talent for PvP. I'm sorry. Apart from that, it pretty much, as always, it depends a little bit. If you have more than enough accuracy, then those two talents here are not so useful for you. Then I would go maybe with Turn of Tide, for example. So yeah, it always depends a bit on your team, and then also, of course, on the enemy team. Then, next, I was not sure what is the best way, but I think I can just show you some of the most amazing battle results. And one thing that I'm actually a bit proud of here is you can actually see that we've been fighting Scratch, and we actually won against Scratch. And if you look at this team a bit more in depth, you'll realize that this is an amazingly strong team. It's an Inspiration 5 Fallujah, and never ever did I win against an Inspiration 5 Fallujah, except when it was a full stall team. Then I could counter those teams with my Levanis team, but apart from that, I never think that I was able to kill one of those teams that are as strong as this one here. And now, thanks to the Dark Lady, this was actually possible. Now also, and this is something I want to just mention once again, I'm no PvP expert. Now, this is all just some things that I know just a little bit about PvP. Sometimes I'm skipping PvP for a couple of days because I don't enjoy it too much, especially in the first season. I didn't enjoy it too much, honestly. Now in Season 2, with Perkunte and Malak, I had a lot of fun, actually. And yet I'm still absolutely no expert. I'm a big rookie, honestly, when it comes to PvP. So take everything here with a grain of salt, please. But just in general, it was amazing to see how many teams that I was never able to beat, I am now able to beat those teams thanks to the Dark Lady. Because, yeah, she is just so strong. We pretty much only won this fight because we inflicted the attack penalty right away on Witar. Then she wasn't able to kill us with her ultimate. And then, yeah, Premta did the job. That's it pretty much. Not too much magic here. And normally, the combination of those 4 heroes here, Lucian, Zagomir, Fallujah, and Witar, is a combination that I was never ever able to beat. Because Zagomir enables Witar to cast her ultimate extremely fast, Fallujah makes the team pretty much unkillable, and Lucian, he interrupts our team for the whole time, and it is so hard to cast our skills on time. So this is an extremely strong team. And as I said, I was never able to beat one of those teams. Now, we've beaten a lot of those teams thanks to the Dark Lady. Yeah, I'm extremely impressed by her. And we have a lot of very interesting fights here. Also, some other fights I want to show you real quick, or some other results. It's here in the Grand Gladiator Arena. Oh, wrong, sorry, where is it? Records. Here is the defense. First, here this dude. He's one of the biggest whales on my server. He, in general, is an extremely big whale. He attacked me. As you can see, he had no problems with killing me. But what is so interesting about this team, as you can see, this team is actually not using a damage dealer. It is only using the Dark Lady as a damage dealer. Now look at the damage that she is going to deal. Like 30,000 DPS, up to 40,000 for a very short time. So, and this is all thanks to her exclusive artifact. So if she has access to her exclusive artifact, her damage skyrockets. Now, at least for PvP. And still, this is definitely the rule of thumb. If you only enjoy PvE, then the exclusive artifact is not too interesting for you. Because it will increase her damage by quite a good amount. Maybe it will even double her damage. And yet, if your hero is only dealing 50,000 damage and then it doubles to 100,000 damage, this is not too impactful if your Levanis is meanwhile doing like 2 million damage. So this is why for PvE, I absolutely don't see that anyone should go for her exclusive artifact. But if you are very invested, or if you really enjoy PvP, if you just want to have the strongest possible PvP teams, then you should definitely go for her exclusive artifact as well. But I know, on the other hand, this is probably not interesting for 95% of you, since if you want to guarantee yourself the artifact, yeah, you need to use up to 1000 dice. But if you're one of those persons who were lucky, if you got her before you are at the selector, and now you are not sure if you want to go for her, or if you want to finish the selector banner, or if you just want to stop where you are right now, then yeah, I would recommend you to go for her exclusive artifact if you want, or if you enjoy PvP. But if you are only focused on PvE, then I would actually not recommend you to go for her exclusive artifact. Because there's another very important thing to note. Her banner, just in general, is not too good. Those are only support heroes. And of course, if you are looking for some of those support heroes, if you still need them, then this banner is actually quite good for you as well. But for me, since I have all of those support heroes except for one, and I want some additional damage dealers instead of supports, some inspirations on my damage dealers, this banner is not the best one for me. So yeah, this is another reason why I probably recommend a lot of you to not go deeper into this banner than needed. Well, now that's it. Now there is one thing that I absolutely forgot to mention. Now, and this is very important for me, if you go to the bonus event tabs, and then you can click on link to content creators. There you can then use my creator code SlothForge, and I would highly appreciate if you would use my creator code. It just helps me quite a lot, and it shows the devs that there is actually interest in my content. And also, can you go to the options tab here, click on redemption code pack, and then here you can also use the code SlothForge right now for some additional goodies as well, and this also helps me quite a lot. So if you want to support my channel, if you want to support me, then I would highly appreciate if you use my creator code. But well, that's it when it comes to the creator code. Back to topic. Now, the last thing that I want to talk about now is the team that I've been using, and just in general some very strong heroes that are very good in combination with the Dark Lady. So first, the two strongest damage dealers for your Dark Lady team are going to be Premza and Galvanis. It always depends a little bit on the enemy team. Do you want to kill the enemy team within the first couple of seconds, 10-20 seconds? Then Premza is your way. Then Premza is your go-to hero. On the other hand, if you know that you are not able to kill the team fast, if it definitely will take you at least 1 minute or 40 seconds or so to kill the enemy team, then Galvanis is your go-to, because it takes her a little bit of time to transform, but once she transforms, it is just pretty much GG. Then you will pretty much always win once she transforms, because she is so strong then. She deals so much damage, and when she is using her ultimate once, she will pretty much just one-shot the whole enemy team. Next, as a healer, I've been using Torren, because Torren is just so strong. He has a very, very strong kit, brings some very useful buffs as well, and has very, very strong heal. So he just fits perfectly into this team, and he's very free-to-play friendly. So this is not because he's free-to-play friendly. This is obviously not the reason why I've been using him, but just in general, he is very, very strong, also for PvP. Now, as a tank, I've been using Berengar, and yes, I know that most of you probably don't have Berengar because he's one of those exclusive supports, but you could also, for example, use Repekas. And it depends actually a little bit on the enemy team. Sometimes you want to bring Repekas instead of Berengar. Now, Berengar, he can be a bit tankier later on because he gets tankier over time, while Repekas, he can just control the enemy team a bit more, but he is not as tanky. At least in my opinion, because we build Repekas with a bit more accuracy, while Berengar, you can in theory build him without any accuracy, and he can still then inflict some of his debuffs with the correct talents. So this is why Berengar in general is a little bit tankier than Repekas in my opinion. But there are definitely teams or enemy teams where you want to bring Repekas instead of Berengar. So just saying. So it is absolutely fine if you only have Repekas. Next, as our second support, not DPS support, but Gulenda pretty much did all a little bit as well. He is a support, he heals our team, he brings some very, very strong debuffs. Healing reduction and accuracy penalty can be very interesting. And then also brings you some very strong control effects with Charmed, which is very strong, and then also Stunned. So Stunned is the strongest debuff, the strongest control effect on the game. So very, very strong. Then also can he cleanse or dispel all debuffs from all allies, which is extremely strong as well. And inflict attack penalty on the whole enemy team. So Gulenda is an extremely strong PvP hero, and you should definitely use him, at least in some teams. On the other hand, if you don't have Gulenda, there are a lot of other options as well. For example, you could use Sloth in the Holy Hunter set as well, and just use him to control the enemy team with a lot of additional stunts, because in the Holy Hunter set, Sloth works way better than Gulenda, because he just hits more often than Gulenda does. Also, he brings recharge speed penalty as well, which is very strong, especially for those speed battles where you just want to be faster than your opponent. Then the recharge speed penalty is very strong here as well. So just to show you some alternatives. But there are a lot of alternatives. And then as our main support, I've been using Dark Lady in all those teams. And as I said, just to repeat this now one final time, I've been extremely impressed by her. She is so strong, she can do so many things. She is so versatile, and just that she is so versatile makes her so strong for PvP. It's a little bit like it is with Repekas actually. He is also one of the reasons why he is so strong in PvP, is because he is so versatile. He has very good built-in sustain, also can he deal a good amount of damage, and he is extremely control heavy. He brings those very, very strong control effects with knock up and stun, while also reducing the enemy ultimate energy. So those versatile heroes, for PvP, they shine. And yeah, there is nothing I can add now. Dark Lady, she is just amazing. She is extremely strong. And if you enjoy PvP, then you will never regret if you go for her. She is a lot of fun. But well, that's it for today. If you have any further questions, if you want to add something, if you agree or disagree with something that I said, as always, please let me know in the comments below. And yeah, did you go for the Dark Lady or did you not go for the Dark Lady? I'm very interested, as always, in your opinions here as well. But well, that's it for today. Thank you very, very much for stopping by, and see you in the next one.